The instrument cluster on the Mercedes W210 chassis simply pushes into the dashboard. You remove it by using two picks in the areas shown here. As the cluster is removed, you can see the gated part of the cluster on the side where the picks fit into the sides, green arrows. Pull the cluster out a ½ inch at a time, alternating between left and right sides. Eventually, the cluster will pop out. On the back side of the cluster, there are two electrical harness connectors. Press the tab, as indicated by the green arrow, and rotate the locking tab, purple arrow, down. This will unlatch the electrical connectors from the instrument cluster. Shown here is the back side of the cluster. Our project car is 15 years old, so I opted to replace all the light bulbs at the same time. Depending on the year and model of your car, the bulb locations and wattages may change and vary. Make sure to inspect the back of your cluster. There should be text molded into the housing that tells you the bulb size and wattage. In our case, the green arrows point to a 12-volt 1.5 watt bulb with a blue base, and the yellow arrows point to a 12-volt 1.5 watt bulb with a beige base. The purple arrows point to a 12-volt 1.5 watt red bulbs with a brown base, and the red arrows point to a 12-volt 2 watt bulbs which reuse the yellow base. Replace the bulb housing by turning them counterclockwise and lifting them out of the instrument cluster with a pair of needle nose pliers. Two of the bulbs reuse the yellow bulb housing shown here. Pull the old bulbs straight out of the housing. When inserting new bulbs, use a paper towel. The oils on your fingers can cause a hot spot on the glass of the bulb, causing it to burn out prematurely. The smaller bulbs behind the information display have a 6mm nut molded into the housing. Use a 6mm socket to remove these. Once all the bulbs have been replaced, reconnect the electrical harness and push the cluster back into the dash. Thanks for watching. Click here to view the original article along with hundreds of other DIY content for your car.